Hey, hey, Digital Learning Day, week 3, day 5. When you get done with today, you're officially on spring break. Whoop, whoop. Number 1 says, a line segment has endpoints at -116 and 11.7. What is the length of this line segment? So here we need to think in terms of Pythagorean theorem, and we can still stack and subtract these points, and our change in y is going to be one of our leg lengths, and our change in x is going to be one of our leg lengths. So then we can plug those numbers in for a and b and solve for c, which would essentially be our hypotenuse, which is our line segment, our diagonal line segment. So the change in y is 16 minus 7. 16 minus 7 is 9. And the change in x is -1 minus 11. I have -1 minus 11 is -12. Remember that when we are doing Pythagorean theorem leg lengths, we're going to take the absolute value of these numbers. So we can't have a leg length that's negative. So that's actually going to be a positive 12 when we plug it into our Pythagorean theorem equation. So I would have positive 12 squared plus 9 squared equals c squared. And 12 squared is 144. Plus 9 squared is 81 equals c squared. And then I have 144 plus 81 equals 225 equals c squared. And I'm not done because I don't want to know what c squared equals. I want to know what c equals. So in order to get c on a side by itself, I have to take the square root. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. And the square root of 225 is 15. So 15 equals c. So that is the length of my line segment. And we don't have units of measurement, so we'll just call it 15 units. Number 2 says solve for x. If x squared is 576, then what is x? And essentially we just need to take the square root of x squared to get x on a side by itself. But whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. And that is one of the numbers we memorized. The square root of 576 is 24, because I know that 24, I think at least, let me check myself. 24 times 24 is 576. Yes, that's correct. So if x squared is 576, then x is 24. Number 3 says, what are the new coordinates if 0.35 is translated 3 units up? Now, we don't have a coordinate grid to plot 0.35, but if I visualize a coordinate grid, I know that my y-axis is the one that goes up and down. So I'm going to look at my y term. You know, these are x comma y. I'm going to look at my y term, and I'm just going to add 3 because I'm going up 3 here. So my new point is going to be 3 comma 8. If it said that we were going 3 to the right, then I would have added 3 to x because x goes left and right. Now, if it said I was going 3 down, then I would have subtracted 3 from the y because down, up and down is y. So that's the number that I'm going to add or subtract to. And left and right is x. So this is the number I would add or subtract to if I was going left or right. Number 4 says if the slope of a line is 2 and the line passes through 0.54, what is the equation of the line? Anytime we're talking about an equation of a line in 8th grade, we're looking at y equals mx plus b. It tells us that m is 2 because it said the slope is 2. And then it gives us one of our points. And these are written x comma y. So I can take 4 and plug it in for y. My slope is 2 times plug in 5 for x. plus b in order to solve for my y-intercept, and then I would have everything I would need to write the equation in y equals mx plus b form. So here I have 4 equals 10 plus b. I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides in order to get b on a side by itself. 4 minus 10 is negative 6 equals b. So to write the equation for a line that has a slope of 2 and goes through 0.54, it would be y equals 2x minus 6, because 2 is my slope and negative 6 is my y-intercept. And number 5 says, what would the coordinate negative 5, negative 4 be if it had been reflected over the x-axis? And our rule for reflected over x is change the sign of y. So remember, these are written x comma y. So when we reflect over x, we change the sign of y. X stays the same. It's going to be negative 5, and negative 4 becomes positive 4. So negative 5, negative 4 reflected over the x-axis becomes negative 5, positive 4. You guys have a great day. Have a great spring break. The week after spring break, I'll be back with some more math worksheets for you. The school building is closed, but school is not over.